Alright, hello everyone, this is Latios4 on YouTube, otherwise known as Iyatsu, and I'll be doing a rundown of my Minecraft files thus far. This is after about a month, I don't know how many hours of doing it. This is my spawn point. I can get right off to it because in my trial runs I haven't had enough time in the 10-minute thing. And my spawn point I built around it as a tunnel that gets to my base. Let's see if I can get this to work this time. Oh, I jumped out. Anyway, use that booster and this minecarts to go down there, and it's a fairly long tunnel. It goes down, 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 and then digs down into here, and then this leads into my base. That minecart system never works. I need to figure out how to get it working. I don't really know what I'm doing so yet. And this is my mountain. This is the first thing I started doing, which was encasing my mountain in glass and then excavating it completely. I've gotten kind of far. I excavated this part of it. There's my pillar for when I didn't have a compass, so I didn't get lost exploring. And this is my base. I'll explain the decoration stuff later. The very first thing I did when I started this game was build a narrow tunnel down here, and then I found this cave system. And it's completely useless now because I've completely raped it of its content. There is no more iron or coal anywhere to be found, and it's not deep enough for there to be special stuff like redstone or diamond. So I don't come down here anymore. I did get tired of coming down there though because it's extremely extensive on this one level, and I got lost so much. I'll explain it more later. The second thing I did was coming down here. That's a dumb tunnel, I don't know why that's there. That's my cave system. I dug a little bit further down. The ocean used to be right there, so I stopped here. And then I started digging straight that way for about a kilometer, and I dug up afterwards, and I found myself in the ocean, so I covered it with glass, and I was so far down that way that I didn't know where I was, so I just came back down this way. And then I dug down instead. This crosses to the original cave system a couple of times. One right there. And I go down to the very bottom. This used to be just a single room right here, and I went down to the bedrock and I tried to dig out all the bedrock. But as you can see, because there's cobblestone right there, there's a little bit of obsidian right there. I just found a bunch of lava and I died a bunch of times. I lost so much obsidian and diamond just dying in lava. It was terrible. And basically this area now is just really far that way, really far that way, really far that way. Just a bunch of tunnels and rooms that I've expanded. Some of them that are natural, some of them that I built. This is a tunnel that I built, a couple tunnels, and there's no real point to them because they just lead into each other and they don't really go to any specific place. Every time I find lava, though, if I don't need the light, I cover it with water so I make obsidian, and then I mine the obsidian later. It takes a really long time, so there's still a lot of obsidian to cover. And anyway, there's so many tunnels that I made, and going up because there's another level above this, just filled with rooms and caves, that I got lost a whole mess of times. So what I would do was, after losing hours of getting lost, I would just start digging up, either straight up or up at an angle. And I would find myself popping up in the weirdest places. This is a place I dug up a while ago. Not too long ago, about this morning actually. Going up here, found some coal. This is what I would do. I would just go straight up when I got sick of being lost. And I found this cave, which is really neat. And then it opened up to the sand because I destroyed the sand and it fell down on me. And this is where I ended up. That's my spawn point. Now, if it was daytime, it would be a lot easier to show you, but this is the kind of stuff where I pop up. There's another cave that I popped up at. It'll be a little bit difficult to see. I'll probably come back here when it's light. But there are pillars out there that signify that I've popped out of the ground there from caves. Let's travel over here because I'll go to show you another project that I was working on. It was kind of silly, but the second project that I started work on was a tree house. And what I did was I just planted a bunch of trees, and an inordinate amount of them just grew huge. So I grew more of them, and I tried to get them to grow huge. If they didn't grow huge, I cut them down, and then I replanted them. And I lined it. This is now a room now. I lined with log. Goddamn chicken. And there's a bunch of big trees here. You can see that grew on their own. And what I wanted to do was use the leaves to make a house. And this is like the start of me doing that. And this is nothing right now. This is just a room. This is just a silly room of leaf. And it's really cool and all that, but I found that the leaves were too um, finicky to be complete, and it's difficult. Anyway, I made a tunnel down here. This was like built way later than that. I might finish a treehouse later, but I don't know. This tunnel goes from the treehouse down into my base. And I'll explain my base to you now. I built a tree down there on the ground. I have a ton of chests because I have so many resources. I'll show you right now. There's my redstone, clay and snow, cobblestone, cobblestone, cobblestone. There's kind of decent resources. I keep my diamonds there and blah blah blah. Keep my natural resources right there. I keep my coal right there. Cobblestone, 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 cobblestone. A whole bunch of these are cobblestone. There's my gravel, cobblestone, dirt, 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 gravel. Food, cobblestone, sand and wood, stone, cobblestone. Cobblestone, cobblestone, cobblestone. All these are cobblestone. Except for like, that one's building materials, that one's nether parts. Those are my tools. I even have a place coming up here. This is something early I did too. Try to come up here, I built iron doors and try to get redstone to work for me, but I couldn't really get it working. So, this is just perpetually open. Don't use it for anything. I don't go out there anyway. More things, cobblestone, dirt, gravel, dirt, glass. I keep my glass suspended in the air. Anyway, this is a tunnel I made to connect my base to an island that used to be here. And what I've done is completely excavated. Now it's a pit. It's a pit all the way down to the very bottom. And this is where all my resources came from, because I don't get rid of everything. I don't let anything go to waste for some reason. So it's just deep down. Right now it's 32 by 37. I lined the bottom with dirt, and I grew grass here. And then I tried to get it to be all special and stuff. After building trees, like, what does that say? Underground pit archaeological megalithic period. So all these are various megalithic artifacts. This is a 10-monster barrel, and this is a room they buried people in. This is called a chambered cairn, which they buried people in. This was a cairn representing a grave. There's a dolmen or a portal tomb or past his grave, and then it was a quirky little thing. I put a portal right there, but it's not good for anything because since they're so far underground, it goes to the exact same portal that the one out front goes to. And then there was a waterfall you saw there earlier, and it comes down here and it trickles down. It goes through there, comes out here to the lake. It's a little thing here. It's really pleasant. I've been expanding it some because this used to be the initial wall line, and then I gave down all the way down here. It takes a long time. It takes so many picks that I can't get a lot done all at once. There used to be a cave system down here, and what I did was, first thing I did was those lava walls, I'll build glass walls and encase lava in them. And that was really cool looking, but it was too difficult to expand with them, so the rest of it is just cobblestone. There used to be a hole there, a hole there. Oh, well, the cobblestone is. And that's an ever-going project. I don't think it'll ever be done, just because it's something I do when I'm bored. And this was something else I did, because I had so much stone left over. I came over here, and I just built stairs up. And there are 2 rooms in there, and then I built a column right there that I intertwined lava and water with. And I did that as a kind of lighthouse. That was kind of just pretty. It was just pretty. And I think that's all I've done. I can't show you all of the caves because that would take hours. And the next thing I want to do, I want to build a farm. There's another pit over there that I'm kind of doing it. It's completely underground this time. There's no hole opening to the top. And I'll update it in a little while and see how much farther I've gotten. So, see ya.